Only one change tonight in Grand Thor of New South Wales, replacing Christmas Adios, also New South Wales. And the leaders with 2 wins in the preliminary rounds, Kotari Knight and San Simeon.
Placed away brilliantly and will lead early. The rest of the field got away safely, including Art Straw and Pure Steel. The back marker got away well, but look at San Simeon go. He leads them off the back the first time by a length and a half from going up on the outside is Single again. One clip to wheel, Michael Frost, and has broken up. Lehigh Lad has run up around it, then Kotari Knight, Frosty Imp getting up around them, and Joe Ilsley's been tipped out of the cart from behind Michael Frost, and Pure Steel had to swing very wide at the back of the field. Racing down the straight the first time, and San Simeon the leader. He shows the way by a length and a half on Single again as they come to the judges' box the first time. Single again on the fence, a length and a half to Lehigh Lad, 1.5 to Kotari Knight, then 2 lengths back behind him, Frosty Imp, and going up 3 wide, Grand Thor on the outside of Art Straw and Melfield Tyros. Grand Thor's broken up into a gallop now. The driverless Michael Frost is second last in the main bunch there, and Pure Steel's about 2.5 lengths back and about 30 metres from the leader. Going over to where they started from, a lap covered, and San Simeon's bolting for Austin, leads by a length and a half now. Kotari Knight has gone up on the outside to the second spot now, ahead in advance of Single again. Then a length and a half to Frosty Imp, which gets 1 out and 1 back on the outside of Grand Thor. They were followed further back by Art Straw, then Melfield Tyros trying to get out of the pocket, and Pure Steel going up on the outside of it. And 2 lengths back behind him is Grand Thor, and the catch is Cold, the driverless one, Michael Frost, out of the field. Coming around towards the top of the straight now, and they've got 1,650 metres left to go, just over 2 circuits, and San Simeon in front. He's getting an easy run at the moment. Vin Knight is content to sit up quietly on Kotari Knight, which is running second, 3/4 of a length behind the leader as they pass the judges' box. Then a length back on the fence in next spot is Single again, followed by Frosty Imp, 1 out and 1 back, getting a charmed run. Back on the rail, the Lehigh Lad, followed over on the outside by Art Straw. Then on the fence is Melfield Tyros in a bad pocket there, a length off to Pure Steel, racing about 25 metres off the lead, and a length back on the inside to Grand Thor. Over into the back, they've covered 2 laps, and it's San Simeon full of running for Austin, leading by 3/4 of a length on Kotari Knight. Then about a length back on the inside to Single again as the tempo quickens a bit. 3/4 of a length on the outside to Frosty Imp. On the rail is Lehigh Lad. Art Straw pacing along smoothly on the outside from Melfield Tyros, the fence, and 3/4 to Pure Steel. They are yet to make a move, and a length and a half back behind him, Grand Thor. Shaping up for the bell in the 1981 Dominion Grand Final, and Kotari Knight moves a fraction closer to the leader, but San Simeon is still going great guns at the bell. Races down towards the judges' box, the leader by half a length on Kotari Knight, putting pressure on him now. On the inside to Single again, then Frosty Imp on the outside, travelling well. Then on the inside to Lehigh Lad from Art Straw. Melfield Tyros angling off the fence, and Pure Steel out 3 wide under the whip now, a length and a half to Grand Thor. Inside the 600 now. To go. San Simeon in full flight now, leading by a length from Kotari Knight. Then a length back on the inside is Single again, looking for the way clear, but can't get it. A length off to Frosty Imp, being safe for the last one, but San Simeon's the leader. Racing inside the 400 by a length and a quarter on Kotari Knight, which is sticking to its guns, and neck back on the inside to Single again. Frosty Imp taking off 3 wide, but San Simeon sprints away. 250 metres to go. He's put a great space in them now. He's about 4 lengths in front of Single again. Kotari Knight, Frosty Imp can't run on. The one out wide on the course was Art Straw, but it's all over. San Simeon racing away for a brilliant win here in the 1981 Dominion. San Simeon goes to the post full of running, and he wins by about 12 metres on Single again. A length back on the outside, Art Straw, Pure Steel flew home. May have got 4th in front of Melfield Tyros. Then Frosty Imp, followed further back by Lehigh Lad. Then Kotari Knight, and last to finish Grand Thor. And the one to fail to complete the course was Michael Frost. Amasses prize money from this race of $79,000 and takes his stake winnings now to $358,000, which is a cool and tidy sum indeed for a 4-year-old. What a performance, and what a career record by San Simeon, who now has won 31 of 32 starts in a race. And a little bit of a pity that he was beaten during the series by Michael Frost on the second night. And Lou Austin, who has a very affectionate relationship with this horse, giving him a friendly pat there. This horse nearly died last year, about 12 months ago. He suffered from a mystery ailment, and he was on death's door for over 2 weeks, and Lou Austin spent more than a fortnight sleeping in the stall with San Simeon, and the two have proved to be an almost unbeatable combination. And there is a good deal of talk in trotting circles that the horse and driver have an uncanny relationship. Well, there's no doubt about that, and neither of them made a mistake tonight. San Simeon anticipating the start and went through the barrier on one occasion there. So alert was he and so much on the job, as they say, and he made no mistake whatsoever when the starter said go officially, and that's a great performance. A champion 4-year-old. Hondo Grattan won it as a 4-year-old back in 1973. He then went on to win it the next year in 1974 in Perth. Hondo Grattan was a great racehorse, immortalised even in song throughout Australia and in other parts of the world. And I would say that this horse will make a much bigger impact than Hondo Grattan even. And I think I've had a lot of people that agree with me. 31 wins from 32 starts. A great effort by San Simeon. A brilliant and polished exhibition of driving by the 35-year-old Lou Austin from Western Australia. Second in the race was number 8. Second in the race was number 8. And that was single again from South Australia, driven by Neville Gath. The third placing in the race going to number 10, Artstraw from New South Wales, driven by Wayne Honan. And fourth in the race, number 12, Pure Steel from Western Australia, coming off 15 metres, driven by Les Poyser. And Lou Austin, of course, the centre of attention here at the Showgrounds track. And in a short time, we hope to be speaking with him as well. He's been a very cooperative person with the media throughout the series, very popular figure. And inside the facade there, quite a confident sort of a person.
How do you feel, Lou?
On top of the world.
All over, and comments on the race.
I had a trouble-free run. I'm sorry that the horses were interfered with behind, but that's racing.
He seemed to pull you out at the start in the first one.
Yeah, a little bit keen to go, Rog, that was all. Just a bit keen.
What's it been like during the week?
Oh, good, really. Very good. No real worry.
And you must love the applause from the big crowd.
The horse deserves it. He's the best.
Well, was he get special tonight? Does he get a special sugar lump?
No, he'll just go home and do the things he always does and sleep well.
Thanks, Lou. Great to see a champion.